to. This time he's getting hammered over new bombshell revelations, literally about bombshell revelations. Not only is he dishonest, he's not too bright.
I smell it. And as we can see, my nose is pretty large. Even though I got allergies, I can still smell well enough. I know what I'm smelling when I'm smelling it.
In one of the most talked about moments in sports and entertainment history, Stephen A. Smith and Jimmy Kimmel delivered a stinging critique of Floyd Mayweather live on television. Their remarks, blending ESPN's raw sports commentary with Kimmel's late-night satire, ignited laughter, sparked debate, and made headlines across media outlets. The incident occurred amid rising scrutiny over Mayweather's alleged involvement in cryptocurrency scams, questionable real estate ventures, and unpaid debts. During a heated segment on ESPN, Smith sharply criticized Mayweather's financial decisions and legacy, while Kimmel targeted the boxer's public image through biting humor and parody. Together, they not only entertained but also exposed fractures in the carefully curated image of Mayweather's undefeated empire.
Was for this, or was this just...
I guess it's something that they just made up.
Something made up. Do you think they're going to paint over that when it goes as everyone seems to think it's going to go?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. You should buy that gym from him and knock it down with a wrecking ball.
We can do that.
That would be something you could do.
We can do that.
You could potentially make... How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's provocative line of questioning further fueled the growing scrutiny around Floyd Mayweather. Beneath his lavish lifestyle, troubling financial issues began to emerge. Financial experts have long warned that even the wealthiest individuals can face financial ruin due to reckless spending, poor investments, and inconsistent income. In Mayweather's case, these warnings seem to be manifesting in real time.
Well, I bought myself on my contract for $750,000, and in just 3 fights, I made $750 million.
So would you say that was maybe the biggest point in your career? Was
I think
because you had the talent, you had all of that.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss. That I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself.
Known for his sharp satire, Jimmy Kimmel has a history of poking fun at Floyd Mayweather's entourage and persona. A notable example came during the 2015 Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, when Kimmel joined Manny Pacquiao's entourage in a humorous spoof of Justin Bieber, who often accompanied Mayweather. This moment originated during an April 2015 episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, where Pacquiao agreed to let Kimmel walk him to the ring. On fight night, Kimmel appeared at the MGM Grand in a Run DMC-inspired outfit, complete with gold chains and a Pac-Man t-shirt depicting the character eating Mayweather's head, a clever jab at the boxer. Later, in a 2017 episode, Kimmel stunned audiences when he jokingly asked Mayweather if he would make love to Conor McGregor, leaving the boxer visibly confused. Mayweather, who has earned over $1.1 billion from his boxing career, including $300 million from his fight with McGregor and $250 million from the Pacquiao bout, claims to generate $300 million a month through real estate and other ventures. He also famously bought out his contract with Top Rank for $750,000, a move that ultimately netted him $750 million in fight earnings. His wealth is supported by luxury properties, exotic cars, and brands like Mayweather Promotions and the Money Team.
Somebody claiming that I'm not that sharp and I'm not that smart, then why should I give you guys my business plan?
Right, why you want to know?
Why should I reveal my business plan? It's obvious if I've been a multi-millionaire and made over $1 billion by the time I was 40, I think I made over $1.2 billion with no endorsement deals, independent. So it's obvious I got some type of remedy or I know what I'm doing.
During a 2017 appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Mayweather opened up about his lavish lifestyle and spending habits. When Kimmel questioned his financial behavior, Mayweather confidently responded, "Whatever you bet, "If you don't win, I'll give it back to you," reflecting his self-assurance in his financial skills. He shared anecdotes, such as having a Brinks truck deliver millions to his home and spending thousands per month on personal chefs and haircuts. Among his extravagant purchases is a $4.7 million Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, one of only 2 in the world. However, his spending habits have drawn criticism. Stephen A. Smith has expressed concern over Mayweather's high-risk investments and lavish lifestyle, particularly a reported $42 million investment in New York real estate that raised red flags, when ownership records showed no official change. Smith's critique underscores the disparity between Mayweather's public image as a savvy investor and the questionable reality behind some of his financial decisions.
Boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather's longtime rival, has publicly accused him of hypocrisy regarding exhibition fights. While Mayweather mocks YouTubers and crossover fighters, he himself profits from similar events. De La Hoya labeled him a scammer and fraud, asserting that Mayweather's actions diminish the credibility of boxing. He specifically criticized Mayweather's exhibition fight with John Gotti III, which ended in chaos and boos from the crowd. In an Instagram video, De La Hoya urged Mayweather to stop participating in such events, accusing him of seeking attention and money. In response, Mayweather defended the exhibitions as a means to build generational wealth and maintain relevance in the boxing world.
Obviously, you know, he tried to steal somewhat of Canelo's thunder. He couldn't help himself. He had to crawl under his rock, out of his rock, and make some noise. And but look, he's retired. I mean, either he's hurting for attention or he's hurting for money. And you know, we strongly feel that look, Canelo's the man right now. He's the highest paid athlete in the world, and then we move on and we go forward and we continue with our business.
Recently, Mayweather was seen walking through New York City, pointing out skyscrapers he claimed to own, seemingly aiming to reinforce his image as a business mogul. Dressed in designer attire and trailed by cameras, the spectacle was designed to counter rumors about his finances. However, investigations revealed that none of the buildings he identified were owned by him or affiliated entities. This revelation sparked further doubts about the authenticity of his financial claims. In another instance, Mayweather was seen renting multiple luxury mansions, many of which he doesn't need, appearing more focused on maintaining an image of opulence than making practical financial choices. Critics argue that his spending patterns reflect an obsession with public perception rather than long-term financial strategy.
He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something is just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment. So if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use this place.
Mayweather recently addressed rumors surrounding a $42 million real estate deal, asserting he personally purchased 62 buildings in Manhattan using his own funds. However, reports by Business Insider and real estate analysts tell a different story. New York City records do not support his claims, and the NYC Housing Partnership, involved with many of the properties, reported no known sale or change in ownership. Experts suggest Mayweather may only hold a minority stake or options for future involvement. Despite this, Mayweather promotes himself as a financial role model. In a conversation with Snoop Dogg, he described how he sought financial mentorship from wealthy friends, insisting he wanted not just to enjoy their success, but to learn how to achieve it himself. This mindset reflects his belief in transferring wealth-building knowledge to create lasting financial legacy.
Every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. Yeah. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. Yeah. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Because once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children. Then it trickles down.
It's a bloodline thing.
Yes. So it's about wealth. You know, I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy. So, you know, when I sit down with my billionaire buddies, I don't sit down with them and say, you know what? Oh, I want to get on your yacht. Oh, I want to get on your plane. No, that ain't what I did. Oh, I like your house. Nuh-uh. You know what I say? Listen, show me the way. I want to do the same thing that you're doing. So if you say that you want to, you keep calling me over here because I'm cool, because I'm fly. You like my swag, you like everything about me, right? You do, then I need to invest the same thing you invested in. If not, then we don't need to be, we ain't really friends.
Mayweather's legacy is clouded not just by financial controversies, but also by a series of legal issues, particularly involving allegations of abuse. In 2014, ex-fiancée Chantel Jackson accused him of battery, defamation, and invasion of privacy, claiming he threatened to leak private photos and posted a sonogram of their aborted twins online. In a separate 2010 case, Josie Harris, mother of 3 of Mayweather's children, accused him of assaulting her in front of their kids. Mayweather ultimately served 2 months in jail after pleading guilty to reduced charges.
Okay, so somebody sent me a lawsuit. I gotta go through the details, but apparently a few of his girls, strippers at Girl Collection are suing him for loss of wages. Okay, now I wasn't gonna pay attention to this because I was just like, well, how are y'all strippers and you suing him for loss of wages? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, you get your money from the Patriot. What does he have to do with your money? And so somebody put a little bird in my ear. They said this was the beginning of the lawsuit. Okay, they're going to be adding more allegations of harassment and all this stuff. And I was just like, no, hold up, no, you worked in a club. And so apparently there's more to come. All right, but here's my thing. I was like, the last person that filed a lawsuit against him, alleging anything, where's she at?
Since retiring in 2017, Mayweather has made millions from exhibition matches against non-professional opponents such as YouTubers and MMA fighters. These low-risk, high-reward events, like his 2021 match against Logan Paul, which earned him $30 million, have become a central part of his post-boxing career. While Mayweather defends these bouts as entertainment and a source of wealth, critics argue they degrade the sport, prioritizing profit and spectacle over genuine athletic competition. Boxing purists see these exhibitions as damaging to the sport's integrity and worry that they dilute the seriousness of boxing for future generations.
Bye. Yeah. You buy, pick up a couple dollars. You know, they upset. See, they upset because I'm able to milk the game.
I was smart, kept all my faculties, made a lot of smart investments. So, you know, when great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart, Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay. A young kid like myself from the inner city, from the ghetto, I worked my way to the top. I was able to leave boxing on my own terms and keep all my faculties, kept a lot of my money. So they're upset that I'm able to go out there and continue to make 40 and 50 and 60 million outside the ring. You can't get mad. Yo, listen, this is what God wanted.